Hello friends, Baltmatrix here, and it's been a while. It's time for some Super Sentai! And specifically today we are talking about the primary 5 Kirame stones. We've got yellow, blue, red, pink, and green here. I picked these figures up, or I picked this whole set up over at Hobby Link Japan. Link is going to be down in the description for that. I have also purchased the first upgrade set, which is teal and orange. That'll be a separate review shortly after this. Now, the stones themselves work pretty darn well in stone mode, though I'll turn them around so you can see the rest of them here in a second. Obviously, red is gigantic compared to the others. That's because red forms the base body of the 2 different mecha that this set forms. So the way this splits up is blue and pink form the Sky Mage, and yellow, red, and green form the Land Mage. So we're going to take a look at Sky Mage first, and then on to Land Mage. As I stated, Sky Mage is composed of blue and pink. They are both stones that transform into sky-based vehicles. We will take a look at blue first. I actually really like the fact that they have multiple forms. You've got the stone form, or I'm sorry, the gem form, the jet form for this guy, which folding out the wings and fold out the nose cone. Now, in the show, it looks like he also deploys what is effectively the front of the sword in the full combined mode, so I'll just leave that backed up. Jet mode works really well, and it's got wheels on the bottom, so it rolls with no problem. Pink turns into its gem into a helicopter, and again, I think they both work incredibly well. Both of them are very, very cool. I actually like the fact that these gems turn into vehicles, and then the vehicles merge into 2 different robots, and then the 2 different robots can be merged into one big robot. The big robot is just kind of adding these 2 guys on as armor, but oh well, who cares? Now for the Gatai into Sky Mage, we return blue to the gem form, and then split it in half to form a pair of legs. And then for pink, we take the helicopter, fold the arms out, or fold the tail wing or tail rotor out, and then flip the head up, and then grab the entire rear section at the shoulders and fold that whole section up. And then these little clips right here will clip into the bottom or the top of Blue's pants. So we have Sky Mage, or I believe it might be pronounced Sky Mage in the show. It works well. It works really well, and that head sculpt is painted really well. No, it doesn't have much in terms of, posability, but I'm okay with that. Using the universal Quake scale for measurement, we see that it's about the same size as a previous line Legends class figure. Now let's take a look at green, red, and yellow. For green, it transforms very simply. Grab the back sections and fold it out, and you end up with this really neat little race car. There is a limited edition red version of this race car that can be used the same way that green can be. For yellow, it's quite literally just grab it and unfold the shovel like so. I'm not entirely sure if you're supposed to turn it around in this form or not. The directions aren't totally clear, but based on the show, I think you do. Because if you turn it like this, see how it's back? It's not sitting in the middle of the alt mode, or the shovel mode. So I think it actually goes like this. Shovel mode, I think that works well. It's a little odd compared to all the others, and they make note of that in the show. In the first episode, the Yellow Ranger goes, "A shovel? Really? That's not my skill set," which I find kind of funny. Red is just a giant freaking brick that folds down, and you end up with this nice big ladder fire truck. Now, I swear red has a gimmick here, but there doesn't appear to be a button, so you just kind of have to grab it up, flip up the ladder, and then extend the edge of the ladder like that. So they've actually shown this in the first episode, and yeah, that works pretty well. Now, one thing that I do find pretty cool is you can actually pull off what they do in the second episode. So, rotate shovel and attach them in the back, and then green can drive up and get snapped in back here. Just line it up, turn it, fold it down, stand the figure up, and split the legs apart. Fold the one arm down, fold the other arm down, and open up its hand like that. And then just grab this We Love Giant Robots and flip the car mode open like so. And here we have Land Mage, or Land Mage. Land Mage works really well. I like the coloring, the yellow, the green, the red, all of it works well. Head sculpt is pretty good as well, but you'll see in a second there's another hidden head sculpt in here somewhere, which I find pretty cool. Both of these figures are neat, and I like them a lot, but they are on the small side compared to previous Super Sentai. Crying out loud, here's MP10 Prime. Now here's a quick size comparison with the last two main mecha from Lupin Ranger and Ryu Soldier. You see the difference in height is, it's good grief, that's a lot smaller. And no, this guy doesn't get any bigger when you combine Sky Mage onto him. But it is much closer to Victory Robo and Gao King, aka the Wild Force Megazord and the Lightspeed Megazord. There's a reason I brought out Victory Robo. The rumored next mecha in Kiramager's line is supposedly a giant train robot, the Super Train Megazord. It's apparently going to be massive compared to this. I think we're getting another version of a Super Train Megazord where all these mecha can fit inside or onto the train. That would be very cool. Alright, let's go ahead and get the last two combined up. First we'll break Sky King, or Sky Mage, pseudo-transform Jet back into its original shape, then fold up its wings and slide out this little piece that makes the sword, and then give him a sword. And then for Pink, return it to its helicopter form, sort of. Take the arms and kind of put them back a little bit, and then the rotors will actually peg into the tips of the arms like that. And then this will just clamp right onto the chest. And then finally reach up here, and there's this little button right here, and flip out his real head, which is really cool. And here we have Machin Gatai Kiramazin. Yeah, it didn't get any bigger, but it did get a big, cool, pointy sword and a new chest plate. Oh, and a new head. And that new head is really, really cool. I like that new head a lot, and it looks like the logo. Anywho, I like this. I think this is really cool. Though, it's kind of obvious to me, or to me, it feels really tiny. There are obviously other Majin or Kira stones coming. There are two clips on the bottom of his feet, and these two heels are obviously going to clip into something. And then I'm sure we're going to get something for the chest. I've already got two other Machin bits here, Lifter and Roland. It's Roller. Anyway, so I think this set is cool. I think we're going to have an interesting season. Again, there's rumor that the next giant robot is going to be a train that supposedly all of these guys are going to fit into. If they do, I would bet they are going to fit in their Kira, in their stone form or gem forms. We'll see. I'm going to be collecting this series. I found this series to be much more interesting than Ryu Soldier. I fell off Ryu Soldier after episode 5. And I really didn't pick it up again until like late 30s, and then I was just casually watching it. But I want to give Kiramager a good solid couple of episodes, at least 10 episodes, to see if it catches me or not. So I'm really hoping that this series is good, and I'm really hoping the toys are good. So far, the toys are solid, if a little bit on the small side. As I said earlier, I picked this set up and the extra guys over at HobbyLink Japan. Link is down in the description. And please be sure to go down to the description to follow me on patreon.com. Your monthly financial contribution is going to enable me to keep making videos for y'all. Also, I'm publishing videos on library.tv. There you can follow my videos and you can actually make comments. Unfortunately, I can't do that here on YouTube anymore. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Baltmatrix, and I will catch you next time.